This is the show dedicated to raising up the next generation of men of faith and character. My name is Mark Stanifer. Welcome to the Next Man Up. Well, hey guys, welcome back once again to the Next Man Up podcast and another episode. My name is Mark, you know that, and I'm flying solo today for another version of Mark's Musings. So, welcome also to 2021, and big congrats. If you're listening to this, that means you made it through one of the craziest, perhaps the craziest year we've ever experienced, certainly in our lifetime. So congratulations for making it through 2020 and welcome to 2021. You know, it's interesting. Every year around this time, there's this shift rolling out of the old year into the new year. And although our circumstances don't really change, it's this psychological lift of leaving what we had in the previous year and anticipating and looking forward to the next year. And there's something about the process of looking forward into the next year that gives us excitement and anticipation and hope of what's to come. Now, the reality is everything that's been a challenge over the last 6 months, 9 months, certainly the last 3 months, is going with us right into 2021. We don't leave those challenges behind. Certainly they go with us into the new year, but this does represent an opportunity to reset and to look forward into the coming new calendar year and begin to decide who we want to be, where we want to go, what are the things that we're going to focus on. This is the season of planning forward. Now, typically, you think of planning for yourself, for your goals. We talk often about New Year's resolutions, and this is not going to be an episode on New Year's resolutions. But typically, this time of year, we're thinking about goal planning for ourselves, the things we want to do or accomplish, or the big rocks that we want to move over the next 12 months. But today, I want to take a different angle. And I want to challenge you with a question more specific to your boy and how you are raising him. Here's the key question. Who do you want your son to become? As you think about what will happen to him over the next 12 months, who he is becoming, the changes that will take place in his life, and not just over the next 12 months, but as he takes his place and becomes the man he was created to be, who do you want your son to become? Well, let me give you 3 suggestions as you think about this question and wrestle with the coming year and the coming life for this boy that you are raising. The first one is this: get a vision. Now, what I mean by that is picture him older than he is today. Maybe at age 20 or age 40. Or what does he look like at age 60? Now, I don't mean like what is he doing? I don't mean his physical appearance or his accomplishments per se. I'm asking more about who is he? His character qualities. What is he like? How does he treat others? How is he becoming, or how has he become a healthy and godly man? When you picture him at 20, who is he? What are those qualities that you're developing today that will materialize and be more present and evident when he's 20? When he's 40 years old and he's married and he's got his own family and he's mid-career, who is he then? Who is he at the tail end of his professional career, entering a new season of perhaps grandparent or even becoming great-grandparents, a great-grandfather? Who is he? Do you have a vision for who he is? Not just today, not just 12 months from now, But 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, get a vision of who you want this boy to become, the man you want him to become, who he is, not just the things that he will do and the money that he will make and the accomplishments that he will record, but who is this man that he is becoming. So first suggestion is get a vision. The second suggestion is this: get a grip. Now, here's what I mean by that. Get a grip on your role as a dad. What are the things that you are responsible for? What can you control? What is your role in raising him to become the man that he was created to be? There's a number of parenting strategies that have been popular over the last decade or two. They go by the term helicopter parent or snowplow parent, the parent that just clears away all the obstacles so there's no adversity, no challenges that their child will face. I heard about a different one recently called a lazy parenting philosophy, which isn't so lazy. It's just a spin on a different perspective, which is empowering your child to do more. There's a number of different parenting philosophies out there. So what is your role? Let me suggest this, that you are his guide. You are not the hero of his story. You are the guide. Help him to become the hero of his own story, the hero that he was created to be. Help him to see his role in writing his own story as you guide him to become the man that he is supposed to be. Let me give you an example from my own life. My wife and I have a little bit of tension about this, but I feel like we should have let our boys fail more and make mistakes in the safety of our own home before they get out into the bigger world and the consequences get a little bit bigger. Specifically, my oldest had a college class that he was finishing up while still in high school. And it was a very open-ended course other than bookends of when he got started and when he had to finish. It was very self-paced. And we knew it was going to be a challenge for him. We knew it was going to be a challenge for mom. And so we created a contract that said, this is your responsibility. This is your deadline. And if you don't meet your deadline, here are the consequences. In effect, you're paying me back for the class if you don't get this class done. And wouldn't you know it, he got the class done, but with literally 2 minutes to spare. 11:58 p.m. on the night before it was due at midnight, he got it done. For me, the contract worked. It accomplished what I wanted it to accomplish. It was a little bit harder for my spouse to make it through that. She wanted to continue to be involved and to orchestrate a positive outcome. But the contract worked. And he got it done in his own way. Not the way I would do it, but he got it done, and he did it on his own terms, and he owned it. In that scenario, I understood that my role was a guide and to let go and to let him own the responsibility to, in essence, be the hero of his own story. So get a grip. The third suggestion is this: get a clue. And what I mean by that is, who is your boy really? Who is he? How is he wired? What are his interests? What are his giftings? What are his natural abilities? What are the things that he's not so gifted at or good at? Think of it this way. Raising your son is not a second chance for you to do what you didn't do at that age. It's a first chance for him to do what he's been gifted and wired to do. He will give you clues about his interests. Take those clues and begin to help him paint a picture, to see a bigger picture than he might be able to see in the moment. Here's another story. My second child is a very active child, physical, needs to move, needs to be very physically active with his body. And So when he was about 7 years old, after trying a number of different sports or activities that just didn't seem to take, I was pretty convinced that Taekwondo was going to be the thing. And so we got him signed up. We got him his little outfit, all white, I don't even know what it's called, the white uniform and the white belt. We took him to the class that first time, and within minutes, he was in tears. That's clearly not what I had in mind. I wasn't going for that experience. I was trying to find the thing that's going to light him up. And Taekwondo was clearly not it. It wasn't too long after that we found it. And for him, it's been dancing. But our job was to pick up on those clues and cues, and pretty clearly, bawling in a first Taekwondo class is a good indication that this might not be the fit for him. Even though I thought it was going to work, it wasn't the right thing, and eventually we found it. But he was giving us clues, and we helped him paint a picture to lean into those things that he's good at, that he's wired for, that he's interested in, and eventually we found it. So, 3 suggestions: get a vision, get a grip, get a clue. And it's all centered around this question: who do you want your son to become? Well, here's my 2021 New Year blessing for you. May this year be one of adventure, one of exploration, and one of deep connection with who you are as a man and a father, and with your entire family. We are about helping you and your son become the men that you were created to be. And we're honored that you've invited us through this podcast, through this community, through your engagement to be along on your journey. All right, guys, thanks once again for listening into this episode. I wish you a happy new year, and until next time, adios. Hey, listeners, thanks for journeying with us on this Next Man Up podcast. We would love to hear from you. Maybe you have a question or an idea, perhaps a topic for us to consider. If that's you and you want to reach out to us, you can get us at feedback@thenextmanup.com. That's feedback@thenextmanup.com. Again, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, we'll see you later.